What? What? What did I just watch? Let's talk about it.
Something inside me has always been there. But now it's awake. And I need help.
I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now.
Let the past die. Kill it. If you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
What's up, guys? Star Wars Episode 8 The Last Jedi is finally out, and it is directed by Rian Johnson, who is well known for his work on acts such as Looper, stars Daisy Ridley as Rey, John Boyega as Finn, Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron, as well as a heap of other cast. And this film picks up pretty much just as soon as The Force Awakens is left off, minus a few minutes or so. And in this one, the First Order is hunting the Resistance, and Rey has gone to find Luke Skywalker. And that's all I can say about the plot, guys. That is probably the shortest plot you'll ever hear me say in a review. For now, I can't tell you much more about that without getting spoilers. But guys, the anticipation for this film is ridiculous. Honestly, as a core Star Wars fan, a hard Star Wars fan, I watch the animated TV shows, I read comics based on Star Wars, I got action figures, merchandise, but as a really core Star Wars fan in myself, guys, I was super anticipating this film. If you see my trailer reaction, you know just how excited I got in certain parts in that trailer. And Star Wars, the episodes especially, are extremely important to me, and I absolutely love them. And to see episode 8 coming out with what to look like some big answers to some questions we had and some awesome scenes was a really big positive for me. Now I'm going to start off by saying, guys, that this film by far leaves audiences with a lot to think about, more than any other Star Wars film in my opinion. I came out of this film about 8.5 hours ago, guys, and I still do not have a definitive ranking of this in the Star Wars universe. I don't actually have a rating out of 10 just yet. I'm still thinking about what I saw. I'm still processing it. This is the Star Wars film, more than anything, in my opinion, that you need to see twice. And that is credit to Rian Johnson and his team, because that's just going to rank in all the more money. If everyone goes to see this film twice, then Star Wars Episode 8 is going to make something like $3.5 billion, and that's going to be absolutely great. But this film goes so fast. There's lots of information, lots of things, lots of details which they're piling onto the audience in the film, and it goes really fast. It's really quick. So you have to really think about what you've seen and how it all interconnects with the universe and the rest of the general plot in the story. And because you've been given so much information, when you come out of the film, it's going to leave you thinking. And that is a big plus on the film. It wasn't all just handed to you. You really have to think about this film more than any other Star Wars film, I reckon. There are also theories galore surrounding this film about Rey's parentage, Kylo Ren, Snoke, Finn, Luke Skywalker, you name it, there was a theory for it. The theorists were big on this one, guys. I did have a few theories of my own in my speculation and theory video. I will not tell you if I got any right or wrong in this, as this is a spoiler-free review. Just stay away from spoilers if you haven't seen it. If you're planning on seeing it, get right away from spoilers, because there are some hard-hitting spoilers in the film, as you may have expected, but just beware spoilers, guys. Stay away. Trust me, even if you have to go out of your way, I did it myself yesterday, it's worth it. Now, straight out of the gate, I'm going to just say what I liked about the film. I cannot discuss what I want to discuss in spoiler-free reviews, so I cannot really tell you much at all in terms of Star Wars Episode 8, so I'm going to tell you the positives of it, though. Let's start off with the acting, guys. For acting, this is probably the best acting from all round as a whole that you've ever seen in a Star Wars film. Daisy Ridley is once again great as Rey. She's charming, the emotional bits she really impacts with in her performance. Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker is absolutely stunning. If you wanted to see an old man Luke Skywalker similar to old man Logan, then this is what you've gotten. A smart, superb, thrilling and compelling performance by Mark Hamill in what is going to be his comeback role as Luke Skywalker in a talking role that is. John Boyega once again is great as Finn, the Resistance fighter. Oscar Isaac is great as Poe. Carrie Fisher is once again superb as General Leia. Andy Serkis is really compelling as Snoke. But by far the best performance of this film is easily Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, in my opinion, guys. If you want a Star Wars villain, you need to look at Adam Driver. This guy is conflicted, he is humane, but still menacing. That's why I think it was really smart when he takes off his mask in Episode 7. Because he's still a humane character, he's conflicted, and he's still feeling pulls from both sides, and that's explored beautifully in this film. And Adam Driver really understands his character. Boy, if Kylo Ren keeps up what he's doing right now, and how he's being written, and how Adam Driver is portraying him, then boy, we have one heck of a villain on our hands. There's lots of unexpected moments in this film as well, which is definitely a good thing. I feel like this film was a slow burn, so in that I feel like the first hour and a half, although slow, you don't mind because it's definitely entertaining, but that last hour definitely picks up the pace. And if you're coming in that for action adventure, it's the last hour that you're going to really enjoy. But unlike Rogue One, where the first hour and a half may not be that interesting, in this, the first hour and a half is definitely interesting. So although you can tell that it's 2.5 hours, because you're enjoying what you're seeing on screen, you don't mind. You don't mind waiting, and the payoff is really good at the end. And not to say that the first hour and a half is not good, because that would be a blatant lie. The first hour and a half is very good, but the payoff definitely comes at the end. Let's talk about Rian Johnson, the writer and director of the film, and let's just say that Rian Johnson has done an excellent job, similar to J.J. Abrams. He's definitely taken the universe forward a step. This feels very different from The Force Awakens, and I'm not going to stress that enough. This is an extremely different film from The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens played it safe. The Last Jedi really takes the safety net off and really breaches that barrier and explores new ideas and new concepts. The chemistry between Rey and Luke is very, very, very good. I can't really get into their training, but I did like the aspects of Rey and Luke's relationship in the film, as well as Rey and Kylo Ren's relationship in the film, but I'm not going to explain that whatsoever. The plants are really, really nice too. Crate looks amazing. I love the red minerals or salt, whatever it is, coming off on the ground. The crate showdown is very well done, and I can't tell you why it's well done because it's a spoiler, but it is very, very well done. Arc 2 is great, Home of the Porgs, and can I just say when the Porgs were on screen, it brought a smile to my face. I really, really enjoyed the Porgs. They're cute, cuddly, they're the better version of the Ewoks. So imagine the Ewoks that you wanted, but then you get Porgs, so they're just really, really cool creatures. Super cute as well. There's one scene where Chewie's eating, and then a Porg comes up with like the cute eyes. It's just super, super cute. So we do have a new character in the film named Rose, and I did like her character, although I felt like she could have been written a bit better, I'm not going to lie. And her basic job in the film is to go with Finn to this planet, Canto Blight, and that is a planet with like all these casino creatures are all rich, like they're not very nice creatures to be around. I can't tell you why they go there, but I have heard people complaining about the scene, and I'm not going to complain about the scene at all. It is necessary to the film, and I didn't think it was a bad scene whatsoever. It doesn't really detract from the enjoyability of the film too much, I would think. Like I said, the movie's kind of a slow burn, and because this scene happens in that hour and a half, that is the slow burn. I don't really mind. It would have been worse if it came towards the end, because then I would just want to swap back to what was happening with, Kylo, Luke, Rey, etc. But because it was happening in that slow burn at the start, I actually didn't mind it, and I thought it was a welcome presence in the film. BB-8 is once again great and a joy to have on screen, and the interactions between Poe and BB-8 is once again a highlight of the film. Captain Phasma is criminally underused once again in this film. I believe she probably gets about 3 minutes worth of screen time, which is absolutely just horrible. I don't know why they promoted this character so much in episode 7, coming up to that film, apart from it being a female stormtrooper, but there's just really no point in having Captain Phasma trying to promote her as a female stormtrooper just to get females interested in Star Wars, but if she's not going to do much at all. She's had about 4 minutes of combined screen time in these two films, and it's just not good enough. Like, honestly, there are Captain Phasma fans out there. Heck, she even got her own comic book, so there's people out there who enjoy Captain Phasma's character, and it's just a major disappointment to see her not be in the film for very long. Now, there are some shocking revelations in the film, some things you will not expect going in. Lots of surprises, lots of twists and turns, and I like that in the film. The Praetorian Guards are awesome, and I wish I could tell you more about them, but that'll have to wait till the spoiler review as well. Now, without spoiling it, some things I didn't really like about the film. The new direction they take in is definitely a welcome presence, but I feel like towards the end especially, the new direction they take, I am not a big fan of, to be completely honest with you. And that's at the moment, but on a second viewing, which I'm going to say twice, obviously, that could all change. So, at the moment, as it stands, I'm not too pleased with how the film ends. On a second viewing, that could change my mind, and that could change. I didn't enjoy General Hux in this film at all. There seems something very off about the character. His face looked kind of weird in this film for some reason, and I was not a fan of his character at all. I feel like he was way more well portrayed in The Force Awakens. As cool as it was to see Snoke in his throne room, I do kind of wish we got more scenes with Snoke. We didn't get a whole lot, basically what you've seen in the trailer, plus a little more is the scenes that you're going to get with Snoke in the film. And there's various aspects about what happens and what occurs in the film, which I wasn't too thrilled about, but that'll have to wait once again till the spoiler review. But all in all, guys, Star Wars Last Jedi is definitely a good film, and you should check it out. Have to process it. I'm still processing it. I can't give a definitive rating right now. I just have to process my thoughts. I have to see the second time, then I will give you a rating in my spoiler review. Right now, I'm saying that The Force Awakens is a better film than The Last Jedi, but that could change. I probably have The Last Jedi as my 4th favorite Star Wars film right now, out of them all, under Revenge of the Sith, Empire, and Force Awakens. But, things can change over time, so we'll have to wait and see until then. Thank you guys so much for watching. Click that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Thumbs up the video if you want to see more Star Wars The Last Jedi videos, or more videos of any kind. Comment down below if you've seen The Last Jedi, and if so, what you thought about it. And I will see you guys next time in another video. Alright guys, may the Force be with you.